Well. Woo! Not bad for your first time, guys. Hey, really nice.
Is this nice? Do you like this? Is this good? It's very painful.
Hey, listen, first of all, you guys, thanks for coming down. I know you're working a lot, and you're really they call hot, you know, and rising.
Well, we're really hot right now. These lights make me feel like French fries. No.
I don't know where you've been. Anyway,
That's funny, guys. That was really nice. Do you guys ever work individually? You know, or have you always worked together?
Well, we worked individually off and on a little bit, and then we met and we became a team. And we've worked together ever since, really.
Yeah.
I do some gardening.
No, that's not what I mean.
I'm sorry.
Overton and Sullivan. I just want to get the name right. Overton and Sullivan. Would you like to try to work individually someday? Do you lean on each other when you do a team?
We're trying to break up the act.
Well, George, I thought maybe, you know, each of us could go with one of these guys.
We depend on each other to a certain degree.
That's what a team is
How long
about.
have you been together?
What, 3.5 years?
4 years, 3.5 formal years.
How did you start, guys? Where did it all begin?
Well, I was born. No, that's.
He was kidding. He wasn't born. No, the thing is, we met basically at Watkins Glen at the rock concert in '73. There was a big concert there, and we were sitting around goofing around, and the band was tuning up, and we just started doing a riff back and forth. And he was just a dude who came along for the ride, right? And well, so was I. And so we just made up a routine, and people were turning around looking at us. I said, hey, this is all right. You know, I feel all right doing this. You want to be a team?
Yeah, so
shook his hand, he took my wallet, and that was it.
Is that true? Did you really meet up there? I'll believe anything. I don't care.
Yeah, true. Well, we met through a friend who was an actor, but the team was actually formed, and the idea happened at Watkins Glen at the concert, yeah.
Is that going to be on the back of your first album? Is that what it is, right? Where'd you work out? At the Improv mostly when you started, right?
Right. Now we went back and forth between improv and catch, but improv became a home for quite a while, yeah.
That's good. That is good. Listen, I know you guys fairly well, and I'm not going to pretend not to and say, hey, you know, but I've never seen you guys fight. And I've seen a lot of teams. I'm sure I can think of one team, you know, they bicker back and forth. You guys never fight. Why
Well, that's true. We never do fight.
No, that's not true. We fight.
We don't fight.
No, we don't. We don't. I mean, really. I mean, fights happen. So, I mean, you can't talk about it like that.
We don't fight.
We fight.
We don't fight, all right? Fight. We don't fight.
We fight, man.
Hey, we fight.
Do you socialize together? Do you hang out together, guys?
Well, we fight socially.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you have really inventive material. That is really so. That Star Wars stuff just blows me away.
Oh, thank you.
You have more of it too, don't you?
Yep, sure do.
Yeah.
But
wait a minute. I don't think that everybody knows, but you're Star Wars freaks. How many times have you guys seen the movie? Together.
All together.
Do you go together to the
movies?
movies?
I think 18 times we've seen the film collectively.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Sure, we can write it off in taxes. Who cares? It's doing. Yeah, it's true. You know. Hey, I'm studying for my act. You know, it's okay.
That's true. You know. But you do a lot of rehearsing. Like, it is inventive material. How do you go about developing a bit? Do you just like you said, riff before? I know sometimes when I watch at the Improv, you do that on stage. You have a nice crowd with you. You just got.
It happens differently. Some of them are formulated strictly from improvisation. Someone will say, "Hey, try this one night," and it works. And other bits come the long and hard way, where you have to sit down and write several drafts and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse.
Cut lines out and stuff, you know.
Do you do that in your act? Remember you told me that once, where you say, "Hey, we're going to take some improvs now," and then you work. You did that in Philadelphia a couple times.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the crowd. If a certain crowd wants to improv with you, you do it. If not, you have enough set stuff so you can fill in and pretend you're improving.
But you enjoy doing it, and you get material out of it.
Oh, we love it.
Sure.
Would you recommend, like, people starting out to get material like that?
If you like that type of stuff.
There are pitfalls. You know, like if the audience is not willing to play with you, then you can't do that. You have to have enough set material to work to an audience.
George, when you were doing comedy, did you take a set time, like Woody Allen, I think, sits down and he writes. He takes a set time during the day to write. When you wrote, did you do that, or did you just work it out on stage like these guys?
No, I worked a lot of things out on stage. Oh, it's very difficult, just winging an improvisation.
Yeah, it really is.
Tough. No one could do that.
Off the Wall used to do that. Remember that group?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, they're going to be back at Pips.
Off the Wall?
Yeah, they're back from,
together?
Yeah, California. They're going to be in Pips in December.
Mark Lano has a big...
in fact, Henry Winkler was in Off the Wall, you know, with Mark.
That's right. And Mark Lano, who is the head of Off the Wall comedy group that works out at the clubs, he gave Winkler the character of Fonzie.
That's right.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Another interesting story here.
Backstage gossip, yes.
Yeah, you do. I gotta ask you about your specific goals. You guys are driven. I don't mean to sound harsh. Driven is a harsh word. You know, hey, it sounds like a truck or something. But you do, every time you say it, you're so career-minded. What are your specific goals?
Generally, together, film. We both want. We both want to be able to do films. And for me, I guess my overall goal for the whole thing is whatever I have to do to get enough creative freedom to feel free, to be able to do and express myself the way I feel. That's got a heavy price tag. It's very expensive. Maybe
it really is.
Maybe we'll wind up owning our own studio someday. You know, maybe that's what it'll cost. Maybe
for the small time, you know.
Hey.
Gee, I don't know. I wanted to be in shoving to get girls. That's like a nice chicks as I want. Who what?
Well, I've been trying to
girls. That's why these guys want to get into
What's a
it.
shiksa? Is that a white girl, a white Anglo-Saxon?
Yeah. Right.
I thought it was a
You have to
razor.
explain these Yiddish
Oh,
words.
right. Okay.
That is. You just want to be your own boss, is what you're saying.
Basically.
Yeah.
I want a trampoline. I've seen, you know, they jump up and down. It looks like such fun.
Maybe you could have it in the studio, Rich. Huh?
There you go. You
Yeah,
see?
okay.
Right.
I know these guys. They're crazy. When we're at the club and everything, you guys are just insane. Where you? What?
I love these mics. You know, these are great because you can't run away. It's like, you know, you're right back again.
Well, you know
It's
you.
like you have to go to the John. You get halfway there. Oh man, my shirt.
Hey, where are you guys going to be appearing?
Okay.
First, tell me where you've been. You know, just last year, it's really been snowballing.
Well, we've been
right?
here with you for quite a while, and
That's such a funny guy. Isn't
I know.
Big laughs. We're going to be appearing at Nanuet. We're going to be opening for Mary Travers and Rick Nelson and the Stone Canyon Band.
That'll be on
Super.
November 19th. That's this month.
At Nanuet.
And we've already appeared. We opened for him at the Bijou.
That's. Who's handling Rick Nelson now? Isn't it Elvis Presley's old manager? Isn't that right?
There's rumors. He's sort of freelancing for him right now. We spoke to him, and he says it's freelance work, and they're going to have to wait and see what happens.
I don't want to speculate, but did he consider picking up you guys at all?
Well, he took us out for a couple of drinks, but we don't really know him yet, you know.
Did he pick up the tab?
Well, yeah, he was a Coke. I used to drink tab, but cyclamates, you know.
George, anything that you want to say before we go? To these guys, any advice?
Well, you know, they know I love them, and I can't wait to come back to Pips. I would like to tell the people what a fine stand-up comic Joe is. He didn't perform.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you to say that.
Like, Joe may be at Pips next week.
Next week? You got it. Okay, George Shultz, Overton and Sullivan, thanks a lot. Folks, it's been nice being with you.
Thank you.
It's been free for all. We've had a good time. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Good night.
Talent coordinator for this show was Marty Schultz. Special thanks to George Shultz and Pips for making this program possible. We'd like to thank our host, Joe Piscapo, and our stand-up comedy team, Overton and Sullivan. Free for All is a television project created by advanced students at the new school and is intended to explore a wide variety of program concepts. These productions bring together not only talented students, but working professionals in all aspects of television, theater, film, and other creative arts. This program has been taped at the production facilities of Young Filmmakers, Merck, New York City. Your announcer is Jean Hall.